Hello, this is Sarah and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'll be showing you how to make the paper clematis with cardstock paper. Please like this video below and subscribe to my channel. You could also find the supplies listed below along with the template to cut this with the Cricut, Silhouette, or other cutting machines. There is also a hand cut version where you can print the pattern and cut by hand for those that don't have a cutting machine. First, cut the center 1 and center 2. They are different in height. One is a little taller. If you are hand cutting these, you will need to just hand cut fringes, one taller and one shorter. Cut these on white or off-white cardstock paper. 65-pound text weight is what I prefer. And use this travel watercolor brush that I'll be linking below to add some pinkish purple color on the tips of the fringes. I had several of these centers cut onto the sheet of paper, but you only need one of each size for each flower you want to make. Then while you wait for this to dry, you'll need 3 of the petals for each flower you make. Cut the petals on a purple sheet of paper. They also come in pink, different shades of purple, white, so you could choose what color you like. And I'll be adding a small line going down the middle with a slightly brighter purple watercolor. You need 3 of these for each flower, but I also made a few more, so I had a lot more cut on each sheet of paper. Go back to the center fringes and you will notice one is slightly taller. Estimate about a third of that taller piece and cut that piece. Then start with that third piece that was also the taller one and roll onto itself, adding hot glue at the end so it doesn't unravel. Then there was that shorter fringe piece. Shape those fringes so it curves back, and towards the tip it will curve in, so it looks like a letter S when you see it from the side. Then use hot glue to add that onto the first fringe, and you should be able to see that the first fringe was taller and straight, while these are curling in towards the center and shorter. Add hot glue in between so it doesn't unravel, and at the end. Then take that longer fringe, we cut that third off and the remaining 2/3, shape that fringe curved fully back, and use hot glue to add that to the center, and these will be sticking out away from the first 2 pieces. Add hot glue at the end so it doesn't unravel. Next will be the petals. We are using 3 pieces per flower. Grab the 3 in a stack and curl in the petals on both the top and the bottom petal. Then curl back the tips on both the top and bottom. So the sides are curled towards you and the tips on the top and bottom is curled away from you. Then poke a hole on one of them. I'll be using an 18 gauge floral wire that has this green cloth covered. It really doesn't matter what color it is. And make a loop with pliers and bend down that loop so it is perpendicular to the rest of the stem. And this will be where your flower will anchor. Then add this to the petal with the hole and add hot glue on the looped end and attach onto the petal center. Then add glue on the bottom of another petal and add that on top so it sandwiches the wire. And make sure the angles of these petals are in between so that the 3 pieces will fit around like a circle. Then add glue again on the bottom of the 3rd petal and add that on top. There should be a total of 6 petals going around the circle with 2 petals on one piece. Then add glue on the bottom of the center and add that in the center of the flower. Next, I'll be showing you the bud of the clematis, and we'll still need a total of 3 of these petal pieces. And using this matte and curling ball tool, curl each petal. Then poke a hole on one of them and add the same 18 gauge floral wire stem with the loop and glue that onto the petal the same way as the flower, and add the other 2 pieces so that all 3 of the pieces are evenly angled in a circle. But you will see these are curled in so that it looks more closed and like a bud. Next will be the leaves. There will be a small piece and a leaf. Use 22 gauge floral wire and add white glue on the small piece and sandwich the wire in between with the leaf and the small piece. Hold it down for a few seconds so it fully dries, and shape the leaves by curling the edges in or out, just adding some shape to the leaves. Make a few more of these leaves. I made a total of 9 leaves, and you can make more or less depending on the arrangement you are making. Then floral tape the floral wires so they all match, and I used another 18 gauge floral wire stem and floral taped it onto itself. Then use a pencil or a tool like this curling tool that I used and curl the floral wire a few times around the rounded side. Then add floral tape below the flower, and about a few inches below add this curly floral wire and add the leaves on both the bud and the flowers. Then you can make more or less and add on here. These will be great to pair with other paper flowers in a bouquet or a little arrangement on its own, and I found the perfect cake vase for these. Try making them yourself. Please like this video below and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.